Hugh, part of your role when speaking to companies that come to us to look to protect their intellectual property is to understand their market. Can you tell us a little bit about what Pure Ideas are looking forward to in those markets for 2023, please? Hello and welcome to our Christmas special of Let's Talk Pure Ideas. My name is Danni, as a reintroduction, and I am a trademark attorney here at Pure Ideas. And today's guest is a newbie for our podcast, and it's Hugh Simmons.
Hello, I'm Hugh, and I work within business development at Pure Ideas. A lot of what that entails is a lot of client outreach and meeting a lot of potential new clients. Certainly working with current clients to ensure that they're happy with the level of service currently. And a lot of the business development over this last year has been international, and working a lot with the likes of law firms in India, Korea, and China, just to name a few.
Thank you and welcome to our little podcast. So as we're nearly at the end of the year, I know we've here at Pure Ideas have had a great year, but from your point of view, Hugh, what have been our highlights?
Some of the real highlights so far have certainly been hosting the How to Commercialise and Protect Your Ideas and Innovations webinar with Coventry and Warwickshire Chamber of Commerce. Off the back of that, we've certainly seen a really high engagement from the audience, which resulted in quite a few inquiries from that, which is very exciting. In addition to this, we have also featured our first guests on the podcast as well. We had Gary from Talk 2 and Alex from Coventry and Warwickshire Chamber of Commerce. So please, listeners, do feel free to go back and listen to those episodes as well. As well as this, IP Group and our focus through 2022 has been to work a lot more closely with our sister company, Avidity IP. This has certainly been of real benefit to our clients and has really allowed us to offer a wider choice of services and a full product offering in terms of the different technical areas of expertise that we can offer.
It definitely has. And then from a trademark point of view, as that's the area within which I work, the trademark work has been growing substantially this year. We've had more trademark filings, we've had more opposition instructions than we've previously ever had, as well as we have won a significant trademark portfolio this year. From a personnel point of view here at Pure Ideas as well, we welcomed our lovely new paralegal to the family, Emily, and not to toot my own horn, but I am in the process of doing my trademark attorney exams. So I am currently part qualified, and hopefully this time next year I will be cracking out the champagne and I will be a fully qualified trademark attorney, which is exciting. So this time next year, ask me. Hopefully we'll have good news in next Christmas's podcast.
Fingers crossed for that, absolutely. And so from our last year's Christmas special, we had the pleasure of going through with Danni some of our whimsical Christmas-themed patents and IP stories. And we'd be really keen to hear a few more if you've got any for us, Danni.
Of course. So this one has actually been in the news recently, and you might have already seen it, but it's about Mariah Carey. And she recently lost her bid to try and protect Queen of Christmas as a trademark in the United States because it was opposed. So you can't have that, unfortunately. You might have known and have seen the famous Marks and Spencer's light up snow globe gin bottles. And if you didn't know, that they are registered designs, which is interesting. And I've actually got one in my living room. And then there's also a Christmas patent for a mistletoe headband, which is basically a headband with a supporting boom which dangles a sprig of mistletoe in front of the wearer, which sounds very interesting to me. And yes, we showcased and talked about a few interesting Christmas themed patents and trademarks in last year's Christmas podcast. So if you have time, give that one a listen as well, because it was a fun thing to talk about. But yes, we've had an exciting 2022 and I can't believe it's nearly over, but this leads us nicely into what we've got planned for 2023. Hugh, part of your role when speaking to companies that come to us to look to protect their intellectual property is to understand their market. Can you tell us a little bit about what Pure Ideas are looking forward to in those markets for 2023, please?
Absolutely. So there's some really interesting developments within the IP world that will be coming up relatively soon. To start with, we have the Unified Patent Court, which will be fully functional from spring 2023. And as a result, we've been working really closely with our sister company, Avidity IP, on this. One of the key parts of that is just really to ensure that, certainly for our clients, that it's a really smooth transition. And that's something that we'll be paying very close attention to, and are keen to hear from clients if they have any queries or anything like that at all in regards to that.
Yep.
Secondly, a lot more courts and governments in key jurisdictions have really shown their stance on artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence within IP has been a really interesting, there's been some really interesting developments within this field. A key part of this has actually been, which a lot of the attorneys will be relieved about, is the offloading of time-consuming and tedious tasks, which is great to see, and it will be really interesting to see certainly the IP profession harness the potential of machine learning, and really kind of helping to train the AI through to help with all of the inputting of data, and it'd be great to see a lot more of the benefits being expanded with their use. On this, growth of AI within the industry has been really interesting to see, in particular within regions like India, where it's been clear to see that's a real growth area for them. In fact, over the next 5 years, it's actually AI within India is expected to grow 20%. And this is with it at Pure Ideas. This is a really key development that we're more than able to aid with covering, as that really is a strong area of expertise within Pure Ideas. Within IP in other parts of the globe, it's been really interesting to see some of the other developments there as well. The US has remained an IP powerhouse, although after their years of growth, there has been some stagnating there. And it'll be really interesting to see whether the likes of China, Korea, and India can start to kind of certainly reach towards that mantle within IP and take it with both hands. We're looking forward to continuing our support for small and medium-sized businesses, certainly with their entire IP portfolio as part of their business strategies. With startups, a really key part of reaching their business goals and attracting venture capital is setting the benchmark of their IP portfolio. Ensuring that you have a really strong one will be sure to help you achieve those goals sooner, and certainly attract as much venture capital as you can, and ensure that you are achieving a high valuation. Pure Ideas is service, and certainly our client care in that respect is something that we've been really keen on ensuring that remains at a really high level, and ensuring that our service is able to kind of hold your hand and guide you through a lot of these areas to ensure that you can reach those goals is something that we're really keen on supporting going forward.
I definitely agree there, but that all sounds so exciting, and it sounds like we're all going to have a very busy 2023. So to wrap this episode up, we would like to wish our listeners a very happy and festive holiday season from all of us here at Pure Ideas.
And we'd also like to wish everyone a very happy new year as well. And we look forward to sharing some more news in 2023.
See you in 2023.